Alright guys, so my humble abode here, my little room garage, where all the projects lie. So been working a lot on the Skyline, been getting a lot of work done, a lot of like little things that kind of just fall between the cracks when you get the car and then you want to enjoy it. But you know you should be doing things, so yeah, I've been working on all those little things that amount to a lot. So today we're going to be working on the cowl underneath the front windshield. We're going to make sure that all the seams there are also intact. If they're cracked, we're going to go ahead and replace it. I still have a little bit of seam sealer left from the rear end project. So yeah, we're just going to get everything sanded down, check the seams, remove the old adhesive, replace it with new adhesive, prime, and then paint in black because you actually can't see it. So we're not going to color match that, at least right now. So yeah, we're going to move forward with that. So yeah, that's what this video is pretty much going to be about. I have other little projects kind of laying around, interior bits and some of the wheels and stuff like that. So let's just move forward with this and see where we get to today. So, yeah, I had a technical difficulty, my phone died, so I had to get an extension cord and charger. But yeah, essentially what we're going to do is remove this cowl, make sure that we sand everything properly, take the seam sealer off, reseal it with new one just to be safe, prime it, and then also paint it in black. I'm not so concerned with this color matching at the moment because it's underneath the cowl. There's some corners that I might be able to see when everything is back and installed, but I can always just go back when I get the color match for then the trunk, which is also primed and seam sealed, and then just go in and touch that up, maybe change the clips at that moment. So yeah, let's get moving. All right, so I was able to get these edges kind of tucked out, you know, dug out, took out the old glue. It was actually very cracked. It was really, really bad. So I know that the car was actually getting water for some time. Now, it doesn't seem like anything rusted to the point of, you know, having really bad sheet metal. It's just some light surface rust. So what we're gonna do is, I'm gonna try to seam seal it just as it is without taking the hood off. Let's see if I can show you. It's this corner right here. I can't show you too well, but yeah, this corner right here, it's right behind the hood hinge. So I'm gonna try to see if I can get the snout of the actual seam sealant tube in there, stick my finger in there, you know, and just spread it, make sure everything is covered, just to get that nice tucked seal. I will be working my way forward, so I'm gonna take the front fenders off, the front bumper, the intercooler, a few of the accessories from the latching for the hood, just to be able to then sand, prep, prime, seal, treat anything. Any even surface rust is going to get covered with POR15. I decided all the wheel wells were something good to cover after the seam sealer, just to make sure that we don't get any bubbles, any recurring rust. We're in the States now, so it's a little bit more salt. So yeah, we just wanted to make sure that everything is set before we actually assemble the car, get everything ready, paint the engine bay, and then finish the show season. So yeah. Alright, so after thinking about it, I think I'm just going to remove my fenders. I have better access around the hinge. I can actually do a little bit more seam sealing in the corners. I don't have much left, so I have to order another tube for it to come in, finish the, you know, the valleys here, make sure that all of the panels are actually properly bonded underneath the wheel wells. So I will need at least one more tube. Right now I'm just going to focus on getting these upper corners and this section up here done. That way I don't have to revisit it. You know, I can actually come back, and I'm gonna be repairing the actual engine bay, so I'm not so concerned. But you know, make a hard line here, make sure that I sand everything from here down, prime it, paint it, you know, seal it, do whatever I have to do, and just leave that ready. You know, there's always a lot of water and dirt and stuff that gets trapped underneath, so if there's any care in the car that I want to make sure I actually give it, is to make sure that the wheel wells are not retaining water, that the towers and the tops are actually not rotting away, just to keep it healthy. So I'm actually going to start removing the fenders. It's going to be a time lapse. Get those off. You see what it looks like underneath. You know, it's going to be the first time I actually take the whole front end off, so it'll give us an idea of what we're actually dealing with and how much work we actually have to put into the car. You know, to get it into a restorable condition, let's say, or something a little bit more pristine, something better kept. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get those fenders off and see where we are.
So we just got both sides pulled off. We have both fenders, both sides, passenger side, driver side. This is the part that I was talking about. Seam sealant is gone here. This is where two panels join. You can see that. And then there's also a seam back here on this side, as well as just some seaming down through here. These are tack welds, so I don't have enough seam sealer to actually do both sides, finish everything the way I want to. So today we're just gonna go ahead and pressure wash this, let it dry. We wanna have everything as clean as possible before we put anything on it. We also have to sand and prep and all that stuff. But first I wanna get a lot of organic debris, just like dirt and leaves and crap that's in here. This is an encapsulated part, so there's no drainage. There's openings at the bottom, but they're actually not that great to get the bigger stuff out. So this side is actually worse than the passenger side. This is the whole front end. This side just has a little bit of rash here, something that we can definitely scuff up. It's not deep surface rust. And then there's a little bit behind here in this little section. We have this spot here coming down through here. This is gonna be a pain to actually seam seal because I don't want to cover this hole. You want drainage, but I also want protection along that back section. So we'll see how we do that. We'll definitely get some seam sealer on that at least, and then we'll go over with POR and do something inside. Try to get a way to shoot stuff inside to make sure that this actually seals, and then we have some protection from the actual sealant. So yeah, I took the headlights out, took the front bumper. I'll be taking the front mount intercooler off. All of this front face is going to get resprayed in black. So there's definitely a lot more work to do here, but for today, what we're actually going to do is just clean up the car, make sure there's nothing dirty before we put any seam sealant or before we prep any surfaces, and go on from there. Alright guys, so we're done for today. What we did is we pressure washed the entire area. I was able to pressure wash the wheel wells, where the cowl goes. It actually has a really nice OEM type color to it. I was debating leaving it because it looks nice, but there are some areas that I'm concerned about when it comes to rust. So I'm gonna go ahead and actually just prime that, make sure everything is sealed, and then move forward from there. Again, I just want to be reliable, make sure that everything is done the right way, and this car is actually not going to continue to rust in these little spots where you already see a little bit of surface rust. So yeah, we're just gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna put all this stuff away, and then hopefully catch you on the next one. Tomorrow I'll definitely get on this, start sanding, start priming, doing everything. So stay tuned. This is definitely just the beginning of a very, very big project. I didn't expect to be at this point today, but I'm glad I actually took everything apart and decided to just move forward with, you know, my previous idea of treating all of these concern areas and areas of ambiguity, and then quoting everything, making sure everything has POR, so that we were safe, no leaks, no rust, no anything else. So yeah, stay tuned.